Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Well, thank you so much, Mohsin. Thank you so much, everyone. Hedonista, Rollman. Thanks a lot, bro. Well. So, turned 32. I mean, yeah, it's a kind of a milestone. And the past year was really nice in terms of everything. I mean, what have gone. Let's see what the coming years have for me. Of course, now it's not about money, but you really don't want basically to pray for that. But now, what you need to pray basically, or what you want is a healthy life, because health is wealth after all. So, guys, thank you so much for all your wishes. A lot of DMs I've received, and I had a small party in the noon with the family, so I was not available. I had to do live stream, and in the evening everything was done. So I thought let's catch up on our plan for what is next for the Bitcoin. I mean, as you guys seeing the total crypto, market cap. No, I really don't think we will go 77K from here, because if it dumps to 77K from here, Ali Siddiqui, thank you so much, brother. It literally, invalidates the whole point of Bitcoin pumping up to $4 trillion. I mean, the overall crypto market cap pumping up to $4 trillion. And what is eventually going to happen? I mean, we just need to think very logically, because this was the, what do you say? The schematic, basically, week off. I posted yesterday. I forgot to mention this on the stream, but this was there in my mind. It perfectly fits and aligns with the theory of the week of accumulation. But basically, I mean, 77K dumping from here literally, open doors for the support, which is around 69K, because there is no support at 77K practically. There is no order block. There's nothing. I mean, there is an order block. This order block is at 80.4K, basically this white candle you're watching. And the next support that you have is around 75K, basically. So we don't have anything from 77K. I mean, you can say that we have something over here at 73.7, but that's it. I mean, we don't have much of a support at those levels, So, yeah. 77K, I really don't have any number. Basically, it's just that's it. I mean, I don't have anything for those levels. But basically, this is what the week of accumulation that I have. Now, the only question is the bottom might be in, because we went very close to the golden pocket zone. But based on this week off, normally we go and retest the AR, which is around 94K, 93.3K to be precise. Can even move down to 92.3. I mean, in case if more chop happens down the line tomorrow, we have FOMC happening. More likely, it's going to be positive in my view. The rate cut is likely going to happen. With Trump administration is very, very adamant to make America, US great again. I mean, they are very adamant to do so, which is a good thing. And we might see, I mean, the bottom might be in probably, but if something happens and if they don't have a rate cut, or I mean, what the people expects, let's say if they don't give them, then we might see a wick towards 94K, and then probably a push up to 117, maybe 118K. So this is a very perfect week of schematic looking over here. Honestly speaking, what I would like to see is a little bit more sideways choppiness. You want to see, Bitcoin to form a range. I mean, this is the range. You see, this is the ultimate range that you're having. So we are simply ranging. There is nothing happening in between. It's a range. So we have took a liquidity on the downside. We have took a liquidity on the upside. Both the liquidities are taken care of, and we are simply ranging. If you really want to play it, you need to buy the range lows and you need to short the range highs. That's what you should do as a trader, and that's what we have tried to do. But both the times our short did not fill, and market dumped. Basically, they front run us. but that's okay. Now that we want to long, I mean, this is where I would like to long really. And you want to see a distributive top, and this is exactly what the distributive top looks like and it's going to complete the fifth wave basically. The reason why I feel that the fifth wave is is still missing, the reason because the fifth wave should be completed with 5 waves. All the waves should be completed with 5 waves. The only thing over here which is missing is, okay, this was 5 waves. This might be the top, and we might literally dump from here to, as you mentioned, 77K as well. Let's say if this is the top, but this this literally put geopolity. This literally put altcoins in a very shitty position, especially Ethereum. I mean, it's going to be very, very shitty for them. Why? Because dumping Bitcoin to 77K means literally wrecking others, like not 20%, but more than 20%. And they will probably dump it back down to $220 billion, which is more than like 15% move. Approximate how much? 30% move on the downside, which means that altcoin can literally go wrecked if that happens, And for that, we need a little bit more sideways rotation, sideways accumulation, so that we can probably look for some good longs or favorable positions. And that's the reason I think that this week of accumulation looks amazing. You just need a little bit more sideways. Tomorrow, Chinese Lunar New Year is coming, and all the good, the positive is all the positive energies are aligning tomorrow. So every damn time, if you look at the 5 years of historical data, every damn time after the Chinese New Year, we normally pump, So practically, even if we dump, the dump would be a little bit temporary, and this might probably even run up back to new all-time highs very, very, very soon. As I mentioned, we are likely going to see a diagonal formation. I think I drew yesterday as well. This week off, combined with the Elliot wave theory, let's say this can be a diagonal. Let's say if the bottom might be in, we go for a double bottom sort of thing at 99K. Push up, new all-time highs, 114K, rejection happens, come back down, chop, 104, further one more push up, and then we can dump as well. I mean, this can be a possibility, as we are forming more of a diagonal, but you should not be, ignoring this fact. The pump is in February is like going to be, not the whole month is going to be like pump, because 13th March is coming, and that's your blood moon. And what eventually is going to happen with the blood moon is that, we normally dump before the blood moon. So you really want total to do something like this. Either the bottom might be in with a golden pocket zone, or what it might possible is that we might go for one more downside. This might be a diagonal, or some sort of a diagonal, a very interesting diagonal, which I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but let's say, there is a possibility. So there is a diagonal and one more down to 3.2 trillion. And after that, things can go nasty, probably to $4 trillion. I would not be very, very, very much, I would say, whatever coins pump or they don't pump, I don't care. I would simply exit the whole market, whether those coins are in profits, a loss, a break even, or whatever. You simply have to hedge it. That's what the fair thing or the chance you will get probably. Because after that, you might not probably get a chance to exit. The dump might be slightly more dangerous because you have a double bottom. So you have a very fairly double bottom and a very good liquidity pool under $2.8 trillion here. So maybe after going up, the dump is going to be slightly dangerous. It's going to be like this. The volatility is going to kick in like this. So we just have to be slightly careful when we play the longs around the $4 trillion market cap. Okay. So yes, I do think that one more push is likely going to happen for the market, and I do think that we are still following this week of accumulation. Also for the USD DOM, I mentioned yesterday that One more push up is a possibility. Unfortunately, it pushed up to 4.2%. I was expecting to push up to 4.34%, as I mentioned, so that, we can probably get a good, buy-in. But then we are getting, this is clearly like, 5-wave structure, basically. So I do think that we are getting the dump probably tomorrow, 1, 2, 3, and ABC. So practically you see a push up is a possibility from here for one more push up, the way we had this push up like this. Pump, and then we started dumping. So I'm expecting the push up, and hence, I'll be giving new ETH long limits based on how we push up, because I still see 2,981 to probably get tagged along. And that's a very clean ABC move on ETH, actually. That's a wave 4. So there is a possibility, we can do something like this for ETH, like a one more move on the downside to a 2,981. And 2,981 is should hold, actually, in my view. Because if we lose this, then we have a problem. We can probably go for, to 2,867, maybe even 2,716. And that's the reason, I just moved my, canceled my limits for now. Probably I'll just see how market reacts here and just enter the market with the swing positions on ETH spot buy. So overall, the plan is still same, no changes. Even other crypto market, look at the others. I mean, honestly, it's waiting for something. I don't know what, but I should have seen a very good reaction from here. So this is like a, if altcoins want to pump, we need to hold this trend line. That's a must thing to do. So just look at the 4 hours time frame over here. And what I can see from the RSI perspective, very good triangle formation that we have. RSI is looking good as well. But I really don't see any sort of a bullish divergence or, anything. Any positives are from now for the 4 hours time frame. It's still accumulating, basically. We are under an accumulation. So if it breaks down, then we are going surely to 222 billion. This red box, because where there's no support beneath this triangle, it's clearly the red box, then would be around 222 billion, which means that altcoins can go wrecked, and that's the, that's the reason, basically, I'm just simply waiting for, I got Atom, and probably I am willing to move my stops to break even once I see a slight push up towards 6.3. But once if I see that BTC starts dumping back under the December value area high of 101K, definitely I'll be looking to move my stops or close Atom as well, because we can get good buying opportunity. We can buy slightly cheaper, at that point of time. Don't you think 17? No, I think some altcoins will make its move first while Bitcoin plays around with people's mind. There is a possibility, yes, there is a very likelihood that those coins does. And for that to understand, you need to check that altcoin Bitcoin pair chart. So that's way you will be able to know whether those altcoin is really going to do something. As per Elliot, where fifth wave has been done at 361 at extension, ABC move can push it to 82K. And according to this chart, you're showing at the moment 93 can happen. Yes, that's right. 93 is a possibility. Is a possibility. Why? Because as I mentioned, we already have been seeing a 3-wave structure. One, a triangle wave B, and a 3-wave. So it's like ABC. Now this ABC can be W. And we already got A, B, and you got to move on an upside. That's like X. So we can get a quick move on the downside, like a zigzag, A, B, and C, like this. It's a Y. So this is an impulsive move. This is an impulse. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and then dump like this. No, I do expect overall, I do expect a push up. But right now at this point, there is a possibility that we might see one more down. We might. At this point, I'm not 100% sure that we will see a move on the downside. The reason being that we have flipped the previous month equilibrium. We are holding up the previous December POC, and also we have flipped the December value area high. So, and we are having the three wave structure, you know, A, B, and C. So this is the three wave structure we are having. Now the three wave structure itself tells you that, you know, the bottom, this was the bottom, local bottom, something. I mean, this was the bottom, basically. This is what the three wave tells you. And if we really want to, you know, you get a confirmation, if you really want to go giga long on every damn thing, just wait for this trend line to break out. So once you see the breakout of this trend line, which is around 104.6K, 104.6, you just don't have to think much about anything. You simply have to buy, market buy, that's it. So that's what the alternative bull case would be, because once we break out of this, like this, we break out, then things will accelerate. Basically, it will just go for a new all-time highs again. A rejection is going to happen, and then we will eventually pump up like this. So we need the breakout. Similarly, others as well would reverse. If Bitcoin reverses, others will reverse as well. So it's a triangle. So we will just break out like this, and we will go for, you know, push up to $500 billion. This is a perfect triangle, you know, very, very perfect triangle. I mean, I honestly don't have a reason as to why this will not play out. Honestly speaking, this honestly looks good to me from a triangle perspective. If you see XRP triangle played out, Solana triangle played out, many coins did a similar sort of a triangle, and they very well played out. So I don't have a reason why others will not play out unless BTC decides to nuke, basically. But I don't think BTC will nuke, because we have a lot of bullish sentiments going around. Today was a very good day, 28th of Jan. We saw the historical 28th Jan as to how the 28th Jan market bottoms and how it pumps up. So plus minus probably 2 days you can consider. And 29th Jan, tomorrow we have this thing, Chinese Lunar New Year. So honestly speaking, that makes my mind think, you know, it's putting into a thought whether we are even going to get the 94K, I mean the 2025 opens retest, whether even we're going to get those levels. What if this is like a very shallow pullback, very shallow, and we just keep on pumping up to 116.5K? Possibly is there, and that's the reason this trend line is going to play a very vital role over here, actually, ladies and gentlemen. Hence, you know, I think it's very, very wise for those who are out of the market, don't have any positions. We have got the atom. I'm just going to keep it. Ethereum. I want Ethereum to give us one more downside, and even a slight pullback on Bitcoin can put a pressure on ETH. And ETH can definitely give us a $3,000 move towards $3,000. So Ethereum is clearly, in my view, likely going to give us that one more downside, is what I can see so far. Even though BTC, so which also tells that the ETH BTC will dump slightly, but that's okay. So overall, at this point, the structure is bullish. There is no break in structure. Overall, things are looking good. For those who are not in Bitcoin, two ways you can play. Either you buy 3.5K, or you wait for it to break out of 104.5, retest. You can long there and you can ride it. There are two ways. Either you play the breakout, either you play the support. This is the two ways you can do, basically. Now, on the lower term time frame, if somebody would just want to see the 15 minutes time frame, forget about the 1 hour or 2 hour chart or 4 hour chart. Even if somebody wants to play scalp, let's probably look for the Elliot wave counts on the lower term time frame. Now, if you look at the Elliot wave count, there is a possibility that this might be 5 waves. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a very clean 5 waves. So this is something, maybe let's say 1, 2. And what if this is wave 1? So there is a possibility that we might see a retest of 99.5K like this. It's going to be a trend line over here, like a fake breakdown. And what's going to do is we can just go like this. So this is going to be irregular expanded flat. So this is irregular expanded flat. We have seen this structure many times on Bitcoin. When it forms a bottom, it goes with the irregular flat, and it's a possibility. And that's the reason, this dump towards 99.5 will bring Ethereum to $3,000 most likely, or 2,981 to be precise. And that is going to be the good buying opportunity for all. So I would slightly avoid FOMOing here. For those who got yesterday move on the downside around 99K, 99.5, you should take profits, honestly speaking. And that's what you should do, basically. Right now, I'm expecting at least a move down to at least you can say 100.6, losing this trend line, and we are going to the support of 99.5, which is previous month equilibrium. So this makes more sense to me, actually. Hence, some of the alt that might give you an opportunity is Solana, 215, 214. That's a very good levels. Aave, as I mentioned, one more downside on Aave towards $273. Say the blue box, again, 29 to 26.85. Tao, a lot of people are bullish on Tao, and they are like, we are just gonna go to the moon. I mean, of course, why should not they go to the moon? But you should understand that this thing works only when we flip for $89. You really want Tao to pump, you want it to flip for $89. I mean, if you don't flip that 489, then forget about it. Probably we can just see one more downside to 347, like a bigger accumulation, and then probably look for an upside. So 489 is going to be your bull bear territory. Near is very much close to bottoming. The support is around 4.2. So for those who really want me to hedge near, I think I will wait for it, because in a day or two, probably, 4.2 is a very, very big support, and I really don't see it breaking. This is how it's going to play in the coming days. 6.4 to 6.3 is where we are going to hedge our near position again. And we will short it as well in case if this triangle fails and we go for like this, a dump to 2.1 to $2, then I'll definitely hedge around 6.2 to 6.4. That's what we will do. And the bounce is going to happen, So that's where I'm going to hedge. Not only I'm going to hedge, but I'm going to short it. I will have a net short position on near around this, and I'll give you, don't worry. Waves I was testing. I think we got a good bounce on waves to 2.7. I did not sold any because I was expecting a push up to 3.5 so that we can get out at very minimal loss. Our N3 is around 4.2. So yeah, I'm just simply waiting for waves to give us that bounce, and I do think it will give us. Ondo, guys, still same thing. This is a very strong resistance, 1.51. So till we don't reclaim that, don't even think of touching that, Ondo. CRV is literally, doing a very strong ABC move. So this was your A, this was your B, this is 1, 2, and we are in the wave 3. So wave 3 is likely going to see into the order block around 52 cents. However, intermediary bounce is likely because we have a nice breaker block. This breaker block exists around these levels, around you would say 59.7 to 64 cents. So this red box is going to give us some relief bounce and can give us a good bounce as well. So this is a very good levels to play some scalps, intermediary scalps, on CRV. So I will be looking, I'm not giving any limits. I'll wait for it on how it reacts over here. Basically a push up to 90 cents would be nice on the CRV again. Going to total crypto market cap. Ideally, I would like to see one more down to 3.2 trillion. But let's see what, if BTC can give us a dip to even 99.6, this dump to 3.2 trillion is going to literally happen with the help of XRP, Ethereum, Doge, and all the meme coins. They're going to go for they're going to take a hell of a shit. Meme coins are going to dump a lot. So I would say just stay out of it unless you know what exactly you are doing. Total to crypto market cap. The plan was same, but if you remember, I mentioned that we will, we are likely going to top off here at 1.5 to 1.6 trillion dollars, and that's what we did. And now we are going back down to 886 Fibonacci levels. So why do I think we can go for 886? However, despite of the fact that you all guys might be saying something called as a bear flag. Are you guys able to see the bear flag over here or no? See? A very strong bear flag over here. Normally, when we are doing 1 2 1 2, you will see such sort of a bear flag, but this is not necessarily going to happen. Normally, everybody thinks that this is a bear flag. Now, this bear flag would have been very strong and a valid one if we got a dump in single candle. Like, right now we have got a dump in 3 waves, A, B, and C, like this. Can you see here? This structure, A, B, C. And hence, this bear flag slightly off for me, actually. So in case if you lose 1.28 trillion, then I would honestly say to get the shit out of market and short everything. Why? Because it would mean that, we have already got our top 4 crypto market for 2025, and things might literally accelerate. Basically, you already got like 5 waves, 1, 2, this is your wave 3, maybe this is some sort of a wave 4 we might see on the downside to 1.12, and maybe one more push up like this is a possibility, maybe. But we will have to see what we do at 1.12 trillion. So I'm not sure if this bear flag is going to play out. Why? Why I'm not sure? Because if you look at the daily chart on total 2, the RSI is literally having a very different story. You see. So what is happening with the RSI? Look at the daily. So daily RSI, we saw the dump on RSI in 3 waves actually. This is happening in 3 waves. Normally RSI, don't do 3 waves. If it dumps, it just flat dump, like this, as you can see over here. As you can see, the dump from here to straight away here. So this is slightly different in my view. And we also have a very good trend line support. So even if we dump, the trend line is going to give us a bounce and a reversal like this. So I'm expecting, total to hold up, even though it looks bearish on the daily. The RSI is under 50, but price is holding up. So I think that any retest of 1.28 to 1.3 trillion dollar is going to be a good buy opportunity for altcoins. Total DeFi is not looking good actually, which means that DeFi coins especially should be avoided at this point till we reclaim or have a real breakout. So honestly speaking, guys, if the breakout is going to be real, all the DeFi coins, you should literally avoid DeFi coins is what I want to say. That's it. That's the end of the chapter. I mean, you don't really want to be playing very risky. You don't want to catch the bottom. Just simply wait for it to break out. $126 billion, you long it here and you ride it till $163 billion. So I'm not interested in catching the knife or bottom for DeFi coins, especially, because there's an opportunity to make a good money once it breaks out at $124 billion. That's a 32% move, which will give. But, I don't want to risk anything on DeFi. So you should avoid DeFi. Completely avoid DeFi. Just don't touch anything for DeFi coins. Whatever the DeFi coins you have, just ignore it for now till we get a real breakout. Similarly for altcoins as well, even though this is a really good opportunity to long, for those aggressive buyers who are really risk takers, I mean, if you feel that you want to take risk, you can take a risk right now. Yes, you can buy on the next dip, like a double bottom sort of thing around $310 billion. You can buy along with ETH and Bitcoin with your stops under, $290 billion and practically 5% of from the entry. And you can probably wait for it to pump up like this. So you can DCA once it really breaks out. But for those, traders who are really smart and who wants to play safe, wait for it to break out $352 billion. And your next pump is going to be around 41% move. Can even extend to 1618, which is going to be like 50% move. So you wait for a breakout. You might miss slightly, basically. Let's say you might miss how much more? 15%, 10%? How much? Yeah, you might miss 14% move, but remember that 14% carries a hell lot of risk on the downside. So I would say if you really are a safe guy, I mean, you really want to make money with a good risk reward, then literally wait for it to break out. Once it breaks out, you go big. I mean, you don't need to buy long for like 1x, 2x. I'm not talking about that. You can go big because that is going to make you good money. Like even with a 10% more on an upside, you can make wonders with your portfolio. You know, you can literally 2x, 3x your portfolio with this 40% move. Very easy peasy. Because right now, if you start building long position, you are so afraid that what if these things breaks down and things go for a toss, even if everything aligns is bullish. Tomorrow we have a bullish day, Chinese lunar eclipse, Chinese lunar new year, very bullish, honestly speaking. Historically, we pump. There's no sign that we dump historically. So we have never dumped on the new, after the Chinese lunar new year, basically. So that's the reason, in case if you are that sort of a person that you really want to go big and want to play very nicely, it's okay. If you miss 13% move, don't take it on your heart. But you are going to nail that 40 to 50% move on an upside. And you will be outperforming 95% of the traders. Why? Because your risk reward is going to be damn awesome. If you really long the breakout like here, your stop loss would simply be under this level of support. This is going to be your next support. This levels 346.2 billion is going to be your support, and practically you are aiming for a push up like 40%, 1414 minimum, the way XRP did, which is going to give you a 7-hour swing setup. And an extended move up to 1618 is going to put you in a very good position for 8.7-hour setup. Now just imagine if you really want to go aggressive and you just no, I want to catch knife and bottom, you can long here and your stop should be clearly under this $278 billion. It's a very safe zone. Why I'm saying green line, $278 billion, I'll show you. And even if you push up, it's just going to be 4.2 hour. Let's say if you go up like this, it's going to be 5-hour max. So, the risk reward perspective, the early long basically makes more sense. Now, why this, dotted line is very, very important. If you look at the weekly chart on the others crypto market cap, we are talking about 2021 range, basically. So this was the highs and this was the lows. This was the 2021 range that we had. And that's what we had, a deviation of the range. We flipped up, we push up, we got a retest, and then we are just back testing from the range. So it's like, there's a possibility that we might be even done with the 5 waves. Possibilities there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Possibilities there. But on the lowest time frame, yes, one more push is a possibility because expected. Why? Because there is the intermediary 5th wave is missing actually, and hence this levels of 279 billion is a very, very crucial, and your stop should be under it if you really want to play the longs, okay? Which will be like 11 to 12% move on the downside. So you don't expect to push one of these days. I already answered. Near, do we hedge? Is there a stop loss point? Where do we decide to exit? Also happy birthday, bro. Thanks a lot. So near, as I mentioned, I think near can go to 4.1 to 4.2, and I'm looking to long the coin margin long on near, so that I'm looking to long there, and I'm expecting a push up to 6.2, 6.3. So we will exit the coin margin longs from there to 6.2, 6.3. Making how much money on that position? I will go 100% long basically. So 44, 45% move on an upside for near, and even if I go 2x, it's going to be 90% gains. Almost I'll double my near position. I'll make double my near position. So which means that my stop loss earlier, which was at $6, would now go way under $4. So closing at $6.3 would really make us a good money, even if your spot is at loss, but you will have would have doubled your near position with just 2x coin margin. So this is my plan for Near actually. Are you fully in Atom? No, I am not fully in Atom. The first bid only filled, my second bid at 5.5. So I simply wait for that 5.5. But I think that in case if others go for a toss, then probably I'll simply even exit the current Atom at in a very small profits, which we have at 5.85. We are still in profits because it's got filled at 5.7. So I'll probably wait for a better opportunity or a good, I would say, opportunity on Atom. So once it breaks out like this, or the trend line breaks out at 6.4 to 6.5, then probably I'll go long. So at this point, yeah, I know I will make slightly lower money, not 100% move. I will catch it, but I'll be able to make at least 70% gains. So I'll just miss 30% move, but I'll be able to catch the rest of the 70% move. So this is going to be the safest bet for Atom. So yeah. Can you please go over dot chart? Let's check the dot as well. Solana, guys, 215, 214 is the good levels for those who wants to look at Sol. Dot. Well, look at the daily chart on dot. The plan played out with a push up, but it's not looking good actually, honestly. I would be very happy if it would have sweep up the highs like this. If it would have took the liquidity at like 11.9, it would have confirmed that dot bottom is in, but we did not do that, which means that it puts this whole situation in a very tough. It's just being in a range right now. It came back in a range. This is the range highs, and this is your range lows basically. So we are now back in the range highs. So till we are under 6.89, this levels of range highs that we have 6.89 here. So till we are under those levels, I expect dot to go for a support of 4.96 like this, and from there we will push up to the range highs of 6.9 and 7.3. But it needs to go for an accumulation like this, because till we don't reclaim 6.9 over here, till we don't reclaim, because we now also have an order block basically. You have a very strong negative order block over here. So right now I think dot is prime to look for a move on the downside to 4.96 rather than an upside at this point. Any slight move on the dump or on Bitcoin is going to put dot to 4.96 basically. LTC, in my view, I was aiming to buy LTC at 104, but I charted in after I posted in the morning. I got some time to chart LTC, and what I found is there's a likelihood that LTC can go one more time to, it can go one more time towards $96. So let me show you how Litecoin, even though it looks bullish to me, overall the structure looks bullish. It's a very clean 1-2-1-2, but we have tested this 104 levels. We were very close to those levels. Well, what we can do is we might either form a triangle here. This can be a triangle. And in that scenario, if we are forming a triangle, we can go to 97.9 to $96 like this and push up like this, and accumulation happens. And then we can go up to $170 and a bigger support of green box. That's an order block you have on daily. So $212. So this is what I have for LTC. LTC is looking really, really nice. If you can hold it for like, a few months would be nice in my view. So because the reason is, look at 3 chart, LTC.D. So where is the LTC.D chart? Come on. Yep. So Litecoin dominance. Just look at this chart. I know it's a very shitcoin chart, but just look at this. I've already charted it previously. But look at this. Very nice amp pattern formation you got. It's a 5-wave structure as well. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you got a very clean 5 waves over here. and an impulsive move on an upside, forming a very good triangle again. It's a very nice triangle formation. So once we reclaim the 0.34%, I think Litecoin can go really, really nuts. It can get 20% move from the market. Basically, can literally add, $6 to $7 billion of a market cap, easy peasy, in my view. So this is honestly, I'm simply waiting for it to reclaim the green line, but this is looking really, really good. Just look at the weekly RSI as well. Just way, way, way looking good. Look at it, reclaimed the 50% levels, reclaimed it. Then price is still accumulating under this, which means it's a very good opportunity. The next move is going to be fire move from Litecoin dominance. Look at Litecoin ETH chart, because we want to see that chart as well. And this is exactly what I was telling you guys. It's so looking good. You can't be bearish on this. Litecoin is going to outperform Ethereum. Do we have LTC XRP charts? We have it on BTrue. Good. Look at this coin. But we only have it to from 2019. But anyways, we have something at least. So we have incredibly made the lows actually. Even if you look at from the fifth perspective, we have gone way low. You look at this, we are 222 oversold basically. So even LTC XRP looks good to me. It's just a matter of time. It's going to reverse. Now I'm not saying that it's going to give you a major move on an upside, but this chart is telling me that any impulsive move next on LTC XRP is going to be minimum 80 to 90% move, which means that XRP money is going to rotate into LTC. Now, last chart looked at LTC Bitcoin. This is where I want to put my money. Look at this. It's so accumulating. Look at the weekly chart. Very, very much accumulating. Look at RSI, around 50, above MA. Good looking. Look at the daily RSI. Slightly under 50, but let's see how we close today. If we able to close above 50 would be nice, but if we close under 50, then we will see a slight move on the downside for LTC BTC towards 998, so which is still not bad, which is still good because you have the support over there. Overall, I think LTC will see a move down to $97.9 to $96. That will decide whether Litecoin is going to hold the triangle or going to pump. So I think right now, FOMOing here, in my view, don't make sense. I would just simply wait for anything under $100, $97.6 to $97 is a good levels for Litecoin. So that's all. I mentioned Bitcoin, you have two options. Either we long a breakout of 104.5 or we wait for 99.5. Ethereum, same plan. I still think Ethereum will go one more downside. But however, if ETH decides to reclaim 3,261, basically these levels of 3,263.33 on Bybit, Binance might plus minus $2. If it reclaims, then this 5 waves structure is over. Basically, the bottom might be in. And we can really long there, because the next upside move from 3,261 would be towards 3,850, right there. 18% move. And this is the very minimum move, because then I would also expect Ethereum to make towards $4,196 and $4,400 basically. So we will see how 3,261 is getting reclaimed, and we are having a very good harmonic as well. So overall, structural wise, it looks good, guys. TIA is not looking great, bro. Honestly speaking, after that unlock, it's it's literally reacting as a shit coin. See, it's not looking good. The only support I can see for TIA, I mean, if you really want to look for a bounce, this is the only levels is going to give you the bounce. Basically, what it should do is, if you want to see a bounce, wait for it to go like this, a deviation, reclaim it, and once it reclaim, you long it. 3.7 with a very tight stop loss, And your next target would be 5.7 to 5.8, like here. Or what it can really do is it can even dump like this, a bearish retest, and further dump to the support of 2.8. And we can just probably do something like this, the way Bitcoin did, and then we can push up. So simply, I would say once the sweep is going to happen, 3.7 is going to be sweep for sure. 110%, I'm damn confident it's going to go under this. You want to long? After the sweep, wait for it to reclaim. Till then, just don't touch it. Okay? It's very, very bearish. Thanks, bro. Why are we playing Atom with a white stop as opposed to waiting for others? Very good point. And that's the reason I mentioned, I might even take profits on Atom at 5.85. We are still in profits. So we can simply, take profits on Atom, and we can wait for it to break out. So that's a very good thing, I should do it. Let me just simply book profits on Atom. I don't know what's wrong, but my messages aren't going. Okay, fine. It's done. Ondo, I think I've done it. The only levels you need to watch for Ondo is 1.51. So once the 1.51 level is flipped, simply go long. It's a very good, pump is going to happen if it flips 1.51. Okay. Basically this levels 1.51. So once it flips, you can get a very nice scalp opportunity on Ondo. You can, it can pump up to 1272, which is going to be around 17% move, and a very easy move, 17 to 18% move. In case if it flips that, then it's go for a price discovery. Basically, it can push up till maybe $2.6 to $2.3 max. So level after level, wait for it to flip 1.5. Once it flip 1.5 on the daily time frame, just go long. Even I will give you long. Actually, you all want to make money off eventually, but look at this. I mean, if you really don't want to wait for 1.5, you can even look at this. Look at this triangle. Actually, it's a very nice triangle. Look at this on the lower term time frame. I don't know what this triangle is doing over here, but just look at this. A, B, C. So this can be wave A, B, C, D, E, wave B. So this is like, we are literally doing a corrective move. So A, this is B already. Okay. And we will see C like this. Already we are doing that. So Ondo is looking good in my view. Let's see how this plays out. But if you really want to long, wait for it to break out 1.5 and you can play 17 and 18% move on the upside. If you're an aggressive trader and if you're like, no, I want to take some risk, you can long right now Ondo with your stops under 1.3, and your take profit targets are going to be 1.634 and 1.777. Okay. But your risk reward will be slightly off, actually. Slightly off. So better you really want to wait for it to break out so that you can get, a very good risk reward at that point of time. And the last chart, with my favorite one is gold. So we will just probably look for SPX. SPX literally did irregular expanded flat, the green one, as I mentioned. And eventually it went for the green irregular expanded flat, guys. And with this, I think the B wave for the SPX is very, very close to, be doing done. And the next move would be slightly off for SPX. I do think that SPX is likely going to retest 5,831, which is only going to, make the stocks dumping. Look at the Tesla. I mentioned, Tesla. I already mentioned that I would like to short this coin actually in my red box, and which I eventually did it. And this was the harmonic. 458 was my target. 458, basically this is red box, but I don't have a good position on Tesla. Actually, I'm having good. Not much, but this is a failed rally so far. You just have to be slightly cautious. It's a very, very good bear flag. ABC, very good, solid bear flag. I don't know what's going to happen with the Elon, but this is not looking good to me unless we reclaim this and we go for one more push up. My stop loss is at 458.5 on Tesla, slightly above my entry, like a $1 move. I could have kept it in profits, but it might just go for a fake upside. So I just have, kept my stop loss slightly above. But just imagine if Tesla starts doing something like this, maybe we dump back down to $312. This is going to be nasty. This is going to be solid, actually. Shit, I missed a very good short opportunity. I should have had good limits, but anyways. The put options are slightly costlier, so let's see what I can do with it. MSTR, guys, I don't know how many of you guys follow this stock, MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy, we will see sushi. Okay, virtual gaming, we'll see sushi as well. But let's check this shitcoin first. A very same plan for MicroStrategy. I really wanted to have the push up on MicroStrategy for another one more push for like 70 to 75%. But now I doubt if this is a possibility. The reason is I have a bull count, I have a bear count. But if SPX is dumping, so does this coin as well. This stock as well for sure. Now the bull count is, what if this is 1 2 1 2? So let's say this is 1 2 1 and 2. Okay, we hold up here. We reclaim 350. We reclaim the levels of 373, and we can do something like this. Okay, which means that Bitcoin will dump. Bitcoin will pump as well, along with it. And if we lose the trend line, basically we are having this trend line, then which would mean that this is like a bear flag, similar to Tesla. So we are barely holding this trend line, barely, we are barely holding this trend line. Once this breaks down, it will be a very good short opportunity for MicroStrategy. The next target for MicroStrategy, once it breaks down, would be the support. There's only one support we have, like $195. We don't have anything in between, which means that is going to be a very good, Burj Al Arab pattern formation on MicroStrategy. Very good. You have 40% downside, and I do think that very likely this guy, what do you call, seller, is very going to be liquidated, or maybe I don't know. He might even get a heart attack. Actually, let's see. But MicroStrategy is not looking good at this point. We are barely holding the support. If it flips 356, it's a buy. Till then, wait. The last chart is going to be coin. Okay, let's check coin because it's this is very, very important. Coinbase, basically. Anybody over here on the stream play scalps on on the stocks? Does anyone do that or no? So, well, what are we talking here is about the Coinbase stock, basically. And this is the range highs, basically, 283.8 is your range highs, and this is your range lows. Right now, we are barely holding up the, range highs. But the good part about this whole thing with the coin is I'm seeing a very good irregular expanded flat. I'm not sure how many of you guys see or watch this, but look at this. This is A, this is B, and this is C, actually. There's also slightly a good harmonic over here, but I'm not sure. But till we are under 284, if SPX decides to dump, coin is going to go nuts. Very good short it would be. You can make good money, probably like 10-15K on a short on coin. But, this is going to be a good opportunity to short. And their estimates is going to come around 13 February. So, I won't be surprised if they give such sort of a dump. because we already have a 3 drive pattern like this. And the next support is around here. Basically, this can be a range and a deviation, like a PO3 sort of a setup. This is a deviation, and we can go dump like this to 132 as well, but it's a very tough choice to say at this point. But the structure is looking bad at this point, very much bad. So I think you should literally, if you're holding coin, you should either take profits or wait for it to reclaim the levels of 285 on the daily as well as weekly. So you just have to wait for coin to do that. Now the last chart would be, the second last chart would be silver. I'm very much heavily invested in silver, guys, but this chart is looking great. We already get a breakout. You see the breakout of this trend line, and we are holding up 29.8 as a support. I don't know but how many of you guys are having silver, but this looks great to me. And what you really want to see for a silver as a continuation on an upside. So what you want to see is go up like this, give us a retest of 30, and then you give a continuation on silver towards 32.7 and the 3 drive pattern to 36.58. That's what you expect for silver. You really want to short silver, wait for it to lose 29.8. Once it loses 29.8, you short it. Your take profit targets would be 27.4, and the next target will be 25.7. Okay, so wait for this structure break. This structure breaks out, and I'm more confident on this to play out, this bullish count. Why? Because even gold is bullish. So I'm more confident on this to play out than the bearish one, but we have to be open in case if things go for a toss, then we will short the market. Basically, we will short. I will sell my silver positions and I will go short. We bought silver around this, the circle that we did, previously around $22, 21.4 over here. We bought, and it's a very good profit for silver as well. Last chart for the day is going to be the gold chart. Gold is bullish, guys, and I think we are going to see new all-time highs very, very soon. I mentioned as well in the previous stream, the 2811.16 is where I'm expecting gold to go, and I mentioned that we are bullish, flipping the green line, flipping E1 2723, and we are going up. So this was a breakout that gold did from a triangle around 2685. It was a clear long, and I mentioned we have an M pattern as well, bullish, again bullish pattern formation. So things are, it's a clean breakout, and the minimum target would be 113 and 1272. So don't short the gold, or else there is a very high probability you might get wrecked, because we went way above 0.886. So just simply don't have to short. We don't want to be hero shorting gold at this point because DXY is bearish. So the target for gold is anywhere between 2821, 2860. This red box can even go to 1414, guys. But I'm expecting more of a short rally, this for the wave 3 actually. But it can push up to, 1414. It can. We will see how things develop. But I think 2857 would be the top levels for gold. And we are likely going to see continuation, basically. A simply push up like this, dump this, and then wave 3 is going to come to an end. And after the wave 3, you will see a mega dump on gold of towards $2,480, because the cycle is coming to an end for the gold for wave 3. An ultimate target for the bigger wave 3 is $3,100. So this is simply just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing much. So after that, another new all-time highs would happen in probably June, July, and towards 3,100 to maybe even $3,200. So for those who are holding gold along with me from $1,400, $1,500, I think it's going to be a good take profits around $2,850, $2,900. A very good take profits. You should take profit, of course, because the upside is limited from here. It can push like 7% max to 3,550, but the downside is, you can see, is around 13.2%, which means that your risk reward is just under 0.5. Not good at all. So if Bitcoin goes to 93.95K over here, okay, if Bitcoin goes to 93.95K, we will definitely buy coins, but not every coins will be able to buy. We will be buying some of the coins basically that I feel the structure is good. They are holding some good important levels. That way we will buy. We won't be able to buy every damn thing, but something we will be able to buy. At least 1 to 2 coins I'll go in, you know. Good, we closed basically this coin. I think, guys, I have eyes on Ondo. I mean, I'm having eyes. Once it breaks out 1.5, this can be a good scalp actually. I mean, let me just give you the scalp. So once Ondo breaks out of 1.5, take a long, okay? And your stop loss would be under 1.36. And your take profit targets would be 1,272. Can even go for 1.95, but let's say even if it goes for 1.7, it is 2R, and I would aim for these range highs, which is 1.92, which is very good as well. It's a very good triangle formation actually, very good. So on the breakout, you can take this long. And once we go towards 1.64, stop should be moved at break even and let this thing ride actually. Ondo is looking slightly good, better than the other coins. That's all for today's stream, guys. And spots on alts. I mean, since you mentioned LTC, yes, LTC is a good levels around 97. So we will see how we react at those levels. I'm not giving any limits there. We will buy the market if we see the reaction. Even on lower term time frame, 5 minutes or 15 minutes chart, I see a good reaction, we buy. We might not catch a perfect entry, but definitely we will catch a very good entry with a good risk reward, because there is a possibility Litecoin is doing a very good triangle formation, ABC. So yeah, I mean, it's a triangle over here is a possibility, and the 786 would be aligned with $97 actually. Just look at the 786 Fibonacci levels. See, 98.3 to $93. I mean, these are very good levels. 98.3 to $97, very good levels basically. Slightly front run, guys. 98.4, 98.3. Another ABC, and then we break out like this. So yeah. Well, I have to be in good energy because we want to make money. My target is 365R for 2025. Let's see. January. I mean, honestly speaking, I'm so tensed, and I just want to guide you all because if you look at the HTF chart, it seems that things are coming well to the end, basically. And which means that the upside is now limited. I'm damn sure many of you guys won't agree with me. You might feel that I'm shitting or whatever, but I simply play the counts, I simply play the structure, and I simply play the Elliot wave theory. And it tells me that fifth wave is coming to an end very, very soon, or either it might be top as well. So 115 to 127, 1414 Fibonacci levels is where your top is going to be for Bitcoin for this whole bull run. And the blood moon, of course, we are having 2 blood moons, guys, 13th March and 7th of September, 9th of September, I think. So we are definitely going to see a massive amount of dump before a blood moon. So what we might do is, the market might start off in February with a pump like this, or a slight sideways accumulation happens in February. So we might bottom around tomorrow or today, possibly, or maybe tomorrow, as we are having lunar Chinese New Year. So we bottom, let's say 29th. So we will go give a push up. Again, the altcoins are going to go sideways accumulation, and then from 10th of Feb to 21st of Feb, like 10 days continuous pump altcoins. 21 to 25th we top out and things starts going down. So this is where the things goes down like this. And 13th March we have a blood moon. On the blood moon we will see a pump. Of course, everybody wants dump, so that's not going to happen on blood moon. We will see a dump and then again, pump and then again we dump like this. So what we aim to make money, here, this pump. This is the only way, you can make 50 to 60% gains, or you can do 2 to 3x of your portfolio this year, basically. Why? Because after the blood moon, the market is going to go for a biggest sideways correction. And it's going to be really good for altcoins. Why? Bitcoin shitting the bed and dumping back to 69K or even $66,000. The money is going to run back from Bitcoin to altcoins. That's where Ethereum is going to be, and altcoins are really going to be good. That's where logically, altcoins, alt season happens when Bitcoin tops out. I mean, look at every year, every bull run you see, this is what happens. Bitcoin tops out and altcoins go crazy. Actually, they do 2x, 3x move in just maybe a week, or 2 week. It won't take much time for altcoins to pump those levels. It would be crazy. So my bet would be for Bitcoin. A crazy bet would be, honestly, if things goes wild, we can dump to, on the blood moon, we can even go down to 44K on the blood moon. And we can do something like this, ABC. So this ABC, where, we go for like a sideways from March to May for Bitcoin. This is going to be a sideways for me from like 45 to 74K. Of course, it's a $30,000 move. But this is going to be a sideways, from a TA perspective. So Bitcoin makes not higher highs, but lower highs like this. Bitcoin makes lower highs, whereas Ethereum makes higher highs. That is where the divergence is going to be, and that is where the top is going to be for the overall market. And then you got, so we're going to pump till July, and August is going to be dump. September is going to be then ultimately a bigger dump like this towards 32,000. So this is going to be slightly wild, 2026 is going to be the year where you get a good discounts and you get buy. This is going to be buy, whatever you want to buy. I've already sold off my real estates in UAE, and I've got a lot of cash on hand, and I'm trying to sell some more properties, but I'm unable to sell for some reasons. And I think 2026 is going to give you a very good discount. I think US is going to see a massive dump, massive dump. So the problem is there is a very inverse correlation between the 10 years bond and the dollar index. Even though they are cutting the rate, even though we are, every FOMC are saying the rates are cutting, but the 10-year bond is going up, which means that something is coming. I mean, the markets is the big players are anticipating something worse is coming for the market. That's the reason they are choosing the bonds market at this point. Something is coming. I'm not sure what the big dump is happening very, very soon. So that's the reason we have to be prepared for everything, whatever the worst case scenario comes for the market. Actually, I'm not marrying anything because I don't hold any Bitcoin. I've sold all my Bitcoin at 71,500, which we bought at 16,400, 39,000, 60K. But sold every damn thing for a good profits. And I did not bought anything after that, honestly. And I will be I'm very happy because we made good money with altcoins, The world economic conditions will give you a very good opportunity in 2026, which means that in 2026 itself, or maybe 2025, 2026, these 2 years. So this year after March and till 2026, the conditions will get worse. And 2026 is going to be a good buying opportunity. Maybe September, August, very good opportunity to buy. October, November, December, pump. Very good pump. But I'm damn sure 90% of people on the crypto is not going to survive. They will get wrecked. 50% of the, new people who are coming into the crypto right now, they have heavily invested in meme coins. Pepe, it's going to go to shit. Pepe is going to go down. Dodge is going to dump. Bonk is going to dump. WIF already going. It's just probably topped out. Just you name the coin. I mean, you will even see Trump to single digit, and probably millennia is going to, I don't know where, but these meme coins is going to take a very big hit in my view, and the money is going to get wrecked. Those guys will get wrecked. So that's all. That's all. And for the tonight's stream, I'm just probably going to cut my cake with my wife and my kid. And thank you so much for this, for being with me and to have the trust for the past year. And I hope you keep that trust for the next year as well, inshallah. We all gonna make it, inshallah. Even if it wants to dump, who cares? We will make it actually. Okay? Have a nice night, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. See ya.